Compensation and benefit. Compensation, it is the remuneration the employee is receiving for the contribution given by the employee towards the establishment or towards the business of the establishment. That is called as compensation. So the compensation is the remuneration received by the employees towards the contribution made by the employee for the business of the entity or establishment. That is called as compensation. And what is benefits? Benefits are other kind of remuneration which is received by the employee for their work. So in this module, we'll be discussing is payroll processing, tax planning for salaried employees, mathematical function, date and time function, text function and data validation, logical function, lookup and reference function, data collection method. So these are all the topics we will be discussing under the module 2, compensation and benefits. At the end of this module, you will understand what is payroll processing and tax planning for salaried employees, various mathematical function, that is date function, time function, function like date, time, data and text logical, lookup and reference function, data collection method. So these are all the, at the end of the module, you will learn what is mathematical function, what is payroll process, and what is tax planning for salaried individual, how to calculate the lookup and reference function, what is data collection method. The first thing is payroll process. Payroll department processing payroll is a very important function of any business and necessitate an understanding of current regulations, detailed tax knowledge to ensure proper withholding and filing, and highly organized system that can be relied upon to pay each employee the right amount of money. Depending upon the size of the business, the payroll department may have one employee or a dedicated team, all with varying level of experience and responsibility. So payroll department, processing payroll is an important function in a business entity. Okay, without payroll processing, no business organization will run. And every employees, they are working for the salary. Okay, so in establishment, it is the payroll processing is a system that is the payroll processing is a systematic process that organize the employees' salary. Okay, that this payroll processing department, they will pay the right amount to every employee. So the right amount, the right amount of salary for the contribution given by the employee towards the organization. It is whatever the attendance days of the employees, based on that, the employees will get the right amount of money as salary. So depending upon the size of the organization, the payroll department may vary. That is, if the organization is a small entity, means one person is enough to run the payroll. That is, if the organization has 100 or 200 employees, means so one person is enough to run the payroll for the organization. But if the organization is having nearly 5,000 to 10,000 employees, means a dedicated team, a size of a dedicated team with a size of 8 members or 10 members will be working for processing the payroll for the employees. Key points in payroll. What are the key points in payroll? Gathering all salary-related information, updating the information in the payroll system, dispersing of the salary accurately in a timely manner in line with statutory guidelines. Gathering all the salary-related information. What are the salary-related information? The employees' attendance days, the employees' leave days, so employees' advances. So these are all the salary-related information. Say, for example, you are working as a payroll executive in an organization. So before running before processing the payroll, you will be collecting all the attendance of the employees, because based on the attendance only, you will be running, you can able to process the payroll. Without attendance, you cannot able to run the payroll, because some employees, they may give attendance to the office, or some employees, they will present to the work only for 10 days or 15 days. Some organization, they may give full attendance. They may give full attendance to the work. So based on their attendance only, you will be processing this payroll, and based on the attendance only, you will be giving the salary to the employees. So if the employees who has given only 10 days of attendance, for that employee, you cannot give the full salary. That is, you cannot give 30 days salary to that employee who have attended only 10 days, who has given attendance days only, attendance days for only 10 days. So for that employees, you cannot give 30 days salary. So before processing the salary, you have to gather all the information that is related to salary. That is the attendance days, leave days. If the employee receives any advance, means you have to deduct the advance and you have to give the salary to that particular employee. So these are all the attendance information. So these are all the information you have to get before processing the salary. Apart from that, if new joinees, if any new employees joined in an organization, for that employees also you have to collect the information. Without the new employees, you cannot run the payroll process. So you have to get the new joinees information, and you have to get the employees information who are exiting from the organization, or who are resigned from the organization. You have to get the information of that employees, because for the employees who are resigning from the organization, you will not be processing the salary. So for them, you will be giving full and final settlement for them. So you will be giving all the salary dues in the form of full and final settlement. So for them, you will not run the payroll process. So whatever the information you have to collect the attendance, you have to collect the leave days, you have to collect the advance details. If any employee are receiving advance or not, so that advance you have to that advance details you have to collect, new joinees information, and employees resignation information. Next is updating the information in the payroll system. Once you get the information from the employees, means then you have to update that information in the payroll system. Only then you can able to run the payroll, or you can able to run the or you can able to process the payroll. Disbursement of salary accurately in a timely manner and line with statutory guidelines. So you have to, after processing the salary in the sense, you have to give the right amount of salary to the person based on their attendance days. So you have to give right amount of the money to based on the attendance days of the person. With the statutory guidelines, you have to deduct all these statutories like PF, PSA, guarantee. So these are all the statutory things you have to deduct from the employee's salary. So that statutories you have to deduct, and the salary should be paid on the right time. That salary should be paid on right time or in the timely manner, because every employees, they will be expecting the salary. So they will be having some commitments. They will have some commitments which is very which the employee has given priority. So to meet their priority expenses, the employees need salary. So it is the responsibility of the payroll person to give or to credit the salary amount to all the employees, or to each and every employees in a timely manner. The next thing is steps for starting a payroll system. So in your organization, there is no payroll system, and you are going to start a payroll system. So what are the information you have to collect to start a payroll system in your organization? So start a payroll system means it is a software you are going to install in your organization. So before starting a payroll system, a company should take care of the following steps. What are the steps the company have to take care? First, gathering and updating all the information related to the organization. So you have to gather and update all the information related to the organization. What are the information related to the organization? The policies and procedures of the organization. So for example, every organization, they will be having their unique policies and procedures. So for example, leave policies. So some organization, they will be having only CL and EL. Some organization, they will be having CL, that is casual leave, sick leave, earned leave, maternity leave, paternity, ESA leave. So they will be having kinds of leave, types of leave they will be following. So according to the organization, you have to update the information in the payroll system. So if your organization is having 4 types of leave, that is CL, EL, SL, and ML, that is maternity leave. So your organization is following 4 types of leave. Means for each leave, you will be having different policies. For predicting the CL, you will be following that every month if the employee attendance is regular, every month you will be crediting 1 CL. So 1 CL per month, 1 SL per month, EL 15 days once you will be crediting. ML, if the woman employee is going on maternity, you will be crediting the maternity leave. So according to the policies of the organization, you have to update all the information to the all the information of the organization with the payroll system. Next is shift. If your organization is following particular shift, there is a gender shift, morning shift, noon shift, evening shift, and night shift. So there is a different shift. So if your organization is following 2 shifts, that is morning shift and night shift means, so you have to update that shift timings with the payroll software. Morning shift from 6:30 from 6 o'clock to till 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Evening night shift means from 3 o'clock to night 2 o'clock. So they will be having different timings for each shift. So you have to update that information in your software. Only if you update that information in your software, then only you can able to run the payroll according to the attendance of the employees. Next is gathering and updating all the information related to the employees. What are the information related to the employees? Employee name, employee ID number, that is employee number. Every organization, they will be having unique number to their employees. That is the employee number. Employee name, employee number, their date of joining, their ESA number, their PF number, their salary details, their account number. So every information about the employees, you have to update that information to the payroll sector. Only then, say for example, a unique for employee number S0003. For that employee, the employee is working in morning shift. So for that employee, you will be allotting the morning shift in the payroll software. So payroll software, it will automatically calculate the attendance once an employee punching the machine. And according to the attendance of the employee, attendance of that particular employee, the payroll system or the salary of the employee will get run at the time of processing this at the time of processing the salary. So that is why we are updating all the policies and procedures of the organization and also updating the information related to the employees. So the employees, that is the employees payroll will be run according to the policies and procedures of the organization. Next, gathering the information regarding the last payroll. So why we are gathering the information regarding to the last payroll? Because only to verify. So for example, if 50 employees are work, you have run for 50 employees, you have run the payroll for 50 employees in the last month. The current month you'll be running 60 employees. So what is the difference? 60 employees. So 10 employees, there is a difference between the last payroll and the current payroll. So you have to justify the difference. Why you have run for another 10 employees? What are the employees has? Who are the employees have joined newly in the organization? In which department they have joined? What is their salary? Who are the employees who left the organization? What is their salary? What is their settlement dues? So to verify that, to verify the past, that is to verify the last month payroll with the current month payroll, to justify the difference between the last month payroll and the current month payroll. These three steps is very important when you are starting a payroll software in your organization. Next is monthly payroll input. What are the monthly payroll input? First is attendance, new journal information, leaves, overtime, transfer, promotion, advance salary, leave without pay, invoice, and financial proofs for income tax calculation. First is attendance. So, you have to collect the attendance of the employees. The attendance of the employees you have to download from, if you have payroll software in your organization, you will be downloading the attendance of the employees. Attendance where you will be downloading from the punch, from the attendance machine. It is your every employees will be either they will swipe the card in the attendance machine, or they will punch in the attendance machine. So from that machine you will be downloading the attendance of the employees. So if you have already updated the shift timings for the employees, or leave policies for the employees, according to the employee number, the system will calculate the attendance and the leaves of the employees. So you will be downloading the attendance from the machines to run the payroll for the particular month. We will be collecting all the attendance of the employees. Next is new joining information. New joining information, why we are collecting this? Because only then, if you collect the information of new joinees, only then you can able to run their salary. Say for example, if 5 employees has joined, if 5 new employees has joined in an organization, means then as a payroll executive, you have to give their employee number, because you will be knowing what is the last employee number. So after that, according to the sequence order, you have to give the employee number. So you have to, according to the employee number only, you will be running all the attendance, payroll, everything. So for that for that employee number is very important. Employee number is a unique one, and that is very important for everything in the organization, for their leaves, for their attendance, for their for their invoices, or for everything in the organization. They will be organization or employee. They will not mention the names of the employee. They will mention only the employee number, because their name can be same. The name of the employee can be same, but their number will not be same. So to differentiate the employee, they will be using the employee number. So for every new joiners, you will be giving the employee number, and you have to collect them. Once you give the employee number, you have to collect their name. After that, you have to collect their date of birth, their date of joining, their ESA number, their PF number, their bank account number, their salary details. Only then you can able to run the payroll. If you collect all the information, then only you can able to run the payroll for that particular new joiners. Next is leaves. You have to update the leaves of both the new joiners and the existing employees. If the why you are updating leaves for the new joiners means, if the, say for example, if your organization is having a policy like for new joiners, they are not providing any leaves. One, if the new joiners has taken leave, means that is the loss of pay. there is no payment for that particular day. They can take leave and there is no payment for that particular day. So your organization may be having that kind of policy. So you will not give you will not give a payment for the particular day if the new joiners has taken leave. For that, you will be updating the leave information for the new joiners. For existing employees, you have to update their if the employee has taken CL means for that particular employee, you have to update CL. For if the employee has taken EL means for that employee, you have to update EL. If the employee has taken CSL means you have to update the SL information in the system. Next is overtime. Overtime. How you will be for overtime, you have to pay double the wages. So, for example, if the employee has worked for 8 hours, normal salary you will be giving. So, one day, 8 hours is the working hours. So, if the employee has completed 8 hours of 8 hours working hours means, then you will be paying 1 day payment to the employee. But if the employee has worked for 12 hours, so extra 4 hours, if the employee has worked means, for extra 4 hours, you have to pay 8 hours salary. So that is the calculation of overtime. So you have to collect the overtime information. Who are the employee has done overtime? What are all the what is the hours of overtime? For each and every employee, you have to collect the overtime information. How many hours they have worked as a overtime? For that hours, you have to calculate the double wages. So how I will let you know how to calculate the overtime wages. This is a formula for overtime calculation. You can make a note of that. Overtime wages equal to hourly wages into overtime hours into 2. The formula for OT calculation, overtime calculation is hourly wages into overtime hours into 2. So how to calculate the hourly wages? Hourly wages equal to rate of wages divided by number of hours, number of working hours. So for example, if an employee's daily wages is 1,000 and the employee has worked 4 hours overtime, how to calculate the overtime wages? First thing is you have to calculate the hourly wages. For one day, the employee will be having 8 hours as working hours. Then how you have to calculate? How you have to calculate the hourly wages? That is wages per hour. That is, what is the rate of wages? 1,000. 1,000 divided by 8. So 1 hour wages. So 1 hour wages is 125 means, then 8 hour wages is 1,000. Okay. So 1 hour, for 1 hour, the employee has earned 125 rupees as wages. So you have found out the hourly wages. Now how to calculate the overtime wages? That is hourly wages into overtime into 2. That is 125, 1 hour wages into 4 hours. 4 hours the employee has worked as a overtime. Into 4 into 2. Why we are multiplying with 2? Because you have to pay double the wages for overtime. If the employee has worked 1 hour overtime means you have to pay 2 hours wages. Then 125 into 4 into 2. Then 1,000 rupees. So the employee daily wages is 1,000 rupees and the overtime wages is 1,000 rupees. So per day the employee has earned 2,000 rupees as wages. 9,000 divided. No. See, number of working hours. It is, you should not divide that by 4. 4 hours is your overtime hours. The normal working hours. Normal working hours, I'm saying. Normal working hours. So normal working hours is 8 hours for every organization. Every organization, they will be working 8 hours per day. 8 hours or 9 hours. 9 hours means you have to divide that by 9. 8 hours means you have to divide rate of wages by 8. So this is for daily wages. If the employee is earning daily wages, means you will be calculating the daily wages. How daily wages, so if the employee is earning daily wages means, then you will know per day what is the employee's daily wages. If the employee is earning monthly wages means, how will you calculate? How will you calculate the monthly wages? If the employee has earning monthly wages means, how will you calculate the rate of wages per hour? Guys, if the employee is earning monthly wages means, how will you calculate the rate of wages per hour? Yes, monthly wages divided by 26, you will get 1 day wages. So 1 day wage, you have to divide that by number of hours, number of working hours. That is 8 or 9. Then you will get hourly wages. Then hourly wages into overtime hours into 2. That is the overtime calculation for monthly wages. Overtime calculation for the employees who is receiving monthly wages. So this is how you have to calculate the overtime for every employee. So overtime, do remember that you have to pay double the wages, that is, or double the salary.